All right. Hello again, Avengers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Traversing the Veil. Yes, this is one of my homebrew D&D campaigns set in my weird, messed up homebrew D&D campaign setting, and the people below me are happy to be back because we've had weird stuff going on recently, and we finally get to play, and it's going to be super fun. And definitely no bad things are going to happen because you guys definitely didn't find a giant slime monster attacking a dragon. So, you know. Announcements. First things first. Yesterday actually, the early access for Master Tier subscribers on D&D Beyond started for the new Monster Manual. There have been varying opinions on the Monster Manual, but I think something that everyone can agree upon is it's a monster manual. It is a manual full of monsters. And beyond that, opinions differ. There are parts of it I like. There are parts of it I'm not particularly fond of. I think it works like most of the other 5.5 books. Some people are going to enjoy it. I think most people, especially if you've been playing for a while, most people are going to have to pick and choose the parts that they want to use because there's a lot of cool, interesting stuff in there, and there's also a lot of stuff that you're like, really? Yeah. So I'll be doing an in-depth review.
They do specialize
someday.
Cultists.
Yeah.
They do specialize the cultists depending on what type of being they're following. So it could be an aberrant, it could be a fiend, it could be a celestial. So they actually will vary the cultist powers depending on.
So, like I said, there's some interesting stuff in there. I got curious because one of the things that I noticed is there is a little bit more things that happen when you attack. Like, to be blunt, the vast majority of D&D 5th edition monsters are, this attack does damage. This attack does specific damage. This attack does damage to a lot of people. And that's the variety that you get. But every so often you'll have monsters that have like, well, when you hit, it also does this. And quite a few of the stat blocks I found, the older versions would have a saving throw associated with the condition, and now it's just the condition happens, which I think makes them more interesting to run, because a lot of my players build their characters to have pretty decent saving throws against stuff like that, and so it never works. Mm-hmm. So I like that. It made me curious to go back to 4th edition, because monster design in 4th edition was really, really wonderful. And I went, well, like, a lot of 5th edition monsters are really boring. They're just hit point sponges that do damage. I wonder, like the equivalent monsters in 4th edition, they were so much cooler, guys. Like, first level, like, introduction kobold style monsters would have things like, well, this allows them to shift a square and this, will knock you prone. Like, they were super cool and super fun to run. I don't think there was a single monster that I found in any of the monster manuals that didn't have something tricksy that they could do. It was awesome. And I also found out there's a subreddit dedicated to people that are still playing 4th edition D&D, and I may be in love. So
I have friends that play a 2nd edition.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like 2nd edition didn't have the baggage that 4E did. So fighting 4E players is a little bit more rare than fighting 2nd edition players. Also, there was some freaking cool stuff in 2nd edition.
It's Twilight Thaco.
So anyway, yeah, I also found I have a bunch of old 4th edition got a Dark Sun campaign setting and a bunch of Dark Sun adventures, and I have a few of them from Dungeon Magazine, and I really, really, really want to run like a one-shot 4th edition Dark Sun adventure. But anyway, so new monster manual is out. Feel free to pick it up if you're interested in that stuff, or not pick it up if you're not interested in that stuff. But it exists. That also means they made this promise back when the 5.5 Player's Handbook came out in like what was it, September.
Mm.
The SRD is going to be updated. The Creative Commons SRD is going to be updated with new monsters and everything like that. They were just waiting for the monster manual to come out. So theoretically, over the next, I'm thinking it's probably going to be over the next month-ish. We will probably start hearing announcements about the SRD being updated so that you actually have a full SRD compared to, they had, I think they called it like the starter edition or beginner edition or something like that. That was free and it only had 4 classes with 1 subclass each. Yeah. So we should be getting the quote unquote full SRD relatively soon. So that's something I'm excited about. As far as other stuff going off in the TTRPG world, there's like 47 bajillion different Kickstarters and backer kits going on for various tabletop RPG products. So there's that. Trying to think, is there anything else really big that's happened recently? I talked about it, I think, the last time we played. You can pre-order Daggerheart, which is Critical Role's new TTRPG. It says that it's coming out in spring 2025, which could mean anywhere between like March and May in general. We don't have an official release date, but you can pre-order it on the Demiplane Nexus, which is, again, basically D&D Beyond for not D&D. And that will, that, I believe they're saying, don't quote me on this, I believe they're saying buy it on Nexus. It will also unlock it on Roll20 because Roll20 owns Nexus now. And there's a bundle you can get where you can get the Nexus version and a PDF version from DriveThruRPG as part of the same thing. So cool stuff going on there. Since we're speaking about Critical Role, tomorrow is the final episode of Campaign 3 for Critical Role. And according to the cast, it's 8.5 hours long.
8.5 hours. We're lucky if we can break 3 hours.
Yeah, I've run 8-hour D&D before. I used to do it at conventions.
Back in the day, I used to play that long too. Yeah.
I mean, when I did conventions, I would play D&D for 16 hours a day, but that was a different time.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you want to see, the kind of epic conclusion to the Bell's Hells campaign, which is feeling more and more like Campaign 1, Campaign 2, and Campaign 3 were effectively a trilogy of interconnected stories that all seem to kind of be coming to an end with this, because they've had Vox Machina show up. They've had the Mighty Nine show up. They're basically all the different storylines that have been happening over the past decade seem to be all kind of resolving with this, and people are
which is probably why we're having an 8-hour episode.
Yeah, so people are theorizing that Exandria is over, or that Critical Role is like, there's a billion different things, but the thing I think we can all be relatively confident about is it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
So,
keep in mind, they're still working on things like the Mighty Nine animated, and they're there's probably a whole bunch of things we're not even aware of that they have to prioritize.
But yeah, also means that after this week, they have a new mini-series. That will be
Calamity,
starting.
I think, or Downfall.
Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Yeah, Brennan Lee Mulligan will be DMing again. It will be effectively a sequel to the Calamity miniseries that he did before.
The diversioning.
Yeah. So if you guys are unaware, last year, the year before, something like that, Brennan Lee Mulligan ran a one-shot, slight spoilers, that had to deal with the original Calamity that happened at the end of the Age of Arcanum in Exandria, and it involved a lot of the players being heavily associated with the Pantheon. I won't go any further than that,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of connections to the Pantheon as part of that series. I have not had a chance to watch it. I've tried, and my brain just hasn't let me yet. But everyone that I've talked to has said it's probably one of the best things that Critical Role has produced. Brendan Lee Mulligan is phenomenal, and the writing and everything for it is very, very exceptional. So another thing, I can't tell you what this new miniseries is going to be about, but I think we can safely hedge our bets that it's probably going to be epic.
Yep.
So that'll be the thing that'll be happening for a little bit. And if anyone remembers what happened after Campaign 1 and then what happened after Campaign 2, they're not going to have a Campaign 4 for a little while.
Yeah.
So expect a lot more one-shots, a lot more other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I am 100% expecting that after this Calamity miniseries, Critical Role is going to get to stretch their creative legs and just do a lot of cool
definitely
stuff.
coming down the line.
Oh yeah, we will probably have at least a miniseries of Daggerheart in there somewhere. So yeah, lots of stuff. Like Critical Role is doing some crazy awesome stuff. I guess another thing I forgot to mention: Acquisitions Incorporated is hitting a massive milestone this year. I think it's 20 years that they've been doing.
Oh my god!
Acquisitions Incorporated. Yeah, isn't that nonsense? Or maybe
that is crazy.
Maybe it's just 10 years now. No, because they started in 4th edition, so maybe 50. Anyway, this year they're doing a bunch of stuff. The first thing that they're doing, Ryan, is it Hartman? Is going to be DMing a game soon. I can't remember when it is. They're going to be doing their live games at all the different PAXs. Like, this is going to be a very big Acquisitions Incorporated year. And for anyone that doesn't know, Acquisitions Incorporated is one of the things that started me playing D&D. So I am a huge Acquisitions Incorporated fan. I've seen almost every single Acquisitions Incorporated thing that has ever been produced. A lot of them I used to play old Acquisition Incorporated live games as background music when I was writing and prepping for D&D campaigns. So
I actually did the same thing myself as well. The first one I ever listened to was like their first stage show when they went down into hell to rescue Will Wheaton's character.
Yeah.
Aofel.
Aofel.
Yeah.
His name is Aofel. I have because way back then.
Well back?
No, in no way, shape, or form is that ever happening.
Yeah.
For reasons. But back then they were playing 4th edition, and they also, like, the D&D character builder was a big thing. I have Aofel's character sheet on my computer with his backstory and everything written out. Because Will Wheaton, listening to him in interviews and stuff like that, he used to go on about how he took a lot of time creating this character that was going to be really serious, and he has this really intense backstory. He's like, I'm gonna create this character that there's no way they're going to be able to make fun of it. And they're like, hey Al, and he's like, what?
He's like, and
then he
on
got
stage,
it
like,
as a
you
pet."
dick, you dick. I spent so long working on this.
So yeah, I think the greatest thing about the character of Aofel, because I have a similar character story where I created a character for the Curse of Strahd season of D&D Adventures League. One of the things that they did that year was if you played in a Curse of Strahd adventure, your character was trapped in Barovia and trapped in Ravenloft, and was unable to play any season 4 games, which severely limited my ability to play at conventions, because conventions wouldn't only play, and you couldn't replay adventures with the same characters. So most people created a brand new character for that season, and I decided, well, it's gothic horror. I'm going to create a Castlevania inspired character, a dual whip wielding ranger, and I had this backstory about the reason that he became a vampire hunter was that he, his parents were killed by vampires, and had this whole thing. And I chose these, I can't remember what they're called, but it's basically the celebrity backstory. Folk hero, that's what it was. And the first time I played it, it just so happened that I tried to use my background feature, which was basically, hey, you're pseudo famous, so people might know you. But I'm from the Forgotten Realms, not Barovia, and so nobody knew me, and it completely changed the character from this brooding, dark hero to this guy that thinks he's famous and actually isn't, and no one can convince him otherwise.
So like Jen Dark Magic?
My favorite thing that has ever happened, we sat down at a table, and the way that this adventure was supposed to go is you sit down with the burgermeister of this city, who has spent all the tax revenue on themselves, and Strahd's tax collectors are coming, and bad things happen when you don't pay your taxes, as anyone can tell you. So he gets a bunch of adventurers together, and the way it's supposed to go is he goes, well, there's this mausoleum, and there's supposedly a bunch of really rich stuff down there, more than our tax debt. So how does this sound? Why don't you guys go there, bring back enough for the tax debt, you can keep the rest, and if there just happens to be evil banshees or anything, you guys can deal with that. So that's how it's supposed to go. We had this brilliant dungeon master who's doing this great character. He's like, so I'm thinking what we're going to do is I have this great idea. And I interrupt him in the middle of his little monologue, which is just the intro to the adventure. No one's really supposed to do anything other than go, okay, now we have our hook. Now we can play the actual game. I just go, okay, I see where this is going. All right, yes, I am Adrian Belmont, which was the character's name. But I don't want you guys to think of me as a celebrity. I'm just one of the adventurers, okay? I understand that you all might be kind of in awe of me, but, we're at the same place here. We're going to go on the same adventure, so please don't, look at me like I'm this amazing adventurer, and I get where this is going. Yes, I will do a meet and greet. I'll do autograph signings. I'll even waive my fee. I think it's a good cause. Everybody at the table just looks at me like I'm nuts. And the DM, without missing a beat, goes, or there is a mausoleum that you can go to and get. That works too. I don't think we should completely take the meet and greet off the table. I think, the revenue, like the tourism revenue, I think there's a lot there. So maybe we just put it on the back burner, but I don't think we should throw it away yet. And that was the character for the rest of the season. I would just come in and be like, yeah, I even Hunter's Mark, the way, because it's just a verbal spell, my way to cast Hunter's Mark is, yes, I'm Adrian's Belmont. And that was how I cast Hunter's Mark. It was the dumbest thing ever, but it was super. Oh, I also got the magic item from that was this armor that had the ability to kind of change itself to look like whatever clothing you want. It's my favorite kind of armor in the world. But the flavor text for it, because it was worn by like a succubus, is that whatever it does, it's always cut in a way that looks very revealing in that. So it was sexy armor. And so as we're sitting there trying to decide who gets this studded leather armor, one of my buddies who's playing with me goes, guys, we have to give this to Jody. And they all just look at me like, why? It's like, it's sexy leather armor. And he thinks he's like, we have to give it to him. And everyone at the table just goes, oh, yeah, you have to have that. So I have this magic armor that with magic words changes from sexy clothes to sexy leather armor. And the magic words are, I'm kind of a big deal. Full magical girl transformation. So anyway, some of the weird shit that I did when I played at conventions. It was amazing. There's in Baka and Test, one of the characters, the running gag is they can't figure out
What gender they are?
Yeah, and so as everyone else is kind of changing, their avatars are changing into their uniforms. For whatever reason, everyone else just summons their avatars as cool.
Yeah.
They, Hideyoshi, the character,
Yeah,
has
Hideyoshi.
a full Sailor Moon transformation, complete with their clothing just bursting off of them, and then
Yeah.
light rays coming down and clothing them again. And they just sit there going, why did my clothes change? It doesn't make sense. And everyone else is going, but it was so beautiful.
Yeah, Hideyoshi, like, if I remember correctly, he had a, like, whole separate bathroom for gender neutral.
It's
like,
it is
men, women, Hideyoshi.
it is a bizarre anime that doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense, but it's one of my favorite things ever. Anyway, so yeah, cool Acquisition Incorporated stuff happening. Cool, lots of cool stuff happening over at Critical Role. D&D is doing D&D flavored stuff.
Yeah.
I think the next book that we're getting is, again, a first in 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons, is an entire book about how to put dragons into dungeons. Like, they've had dungeons, and they've had dragons, and apparently this is going to be a collection of 10 different adventures that each has you facing a dragon at the end in the middle of a dungeon. And I don't know why it makes me so happy, but it does. So,
This game's been out for like half a century,
Yep.
and they're only just now making this kind of book.
well, I mean, 5.5 has been the first time that, like, the DM's guide taught you how to be a DM. In 50 years, they never thought it'd be useful to say, oh, by the way, this is how you DM. The player's guide, first player's guide in 50 years where it taught you how to play the game. Like, it only took them... It's the same thing with Echoes of Wisdom. It's like, oh, it only took them 35 years to let you play as Zelda
Zelda.
in The Legend of Zelda. Which I just beat Echoes of
Yeah,
Wisdom, and
we-
it's delightful.
We do not talk about one of Gamelon.
When
Or
Gamelon
Zelda's
does not
Adventure.
exist.
Oh, there we go. That's the one.
I don't know, what do you mean by the CDI?
I.
Anyway, I think that's enough talking about weird nonsense.
Yep.
So, I think it is time to return to Traversing the Veil. After being pulled through time and appearing in the Feywild in the past, the party is trying to come to grips with what to do in this new time period. After meeting Arai's parents and, unintentionally, Arai himself, though a much smaller version. Arai's father eventually realized playing with time could cause serious consequences and requested that the party leave in order to protect his newborn son. Or young toddler son. The
I
baby.
mean, Eladrin could have been. Who knows?
So
Very fair standards.
the party decided to leave, getting care for Esmio from the druid that had been helping Arai's parents. As they were attempting to leave, they suddenly were interrupted by a small fire genasi boy running through the forest, being chased by Eladrin soldiers. The party deftly maneuvered and de-escalated, that's the word, the situation, so that the Eladrin left without harming the boy. Then they took some time to rest in the druid's personal circle. While they were there, however, strange things started happening. The air became colder. They all started to feel very strange, and suddenly They were no longer in that part of the Feywild. The trees themselves had changed. And then they heard the call of a dragon. Going to the edge of a clearing, they saw a copper dragon facing this strange black slime monster. Smegwick, reacting relatively quickly, told everyone to jump off of the cliff they were on overlooking the battle, cast Featherfall, and had them glide close enough to help this endangered dragon. And that is where we return.
The ultimate trust fall.
Smeg, and like just to recap from last time, as we jumped, Smegwick did yell out in Draconic, "We're coming," to give the dragon the heads up.
So, why did you add a folder? I don't want a folder.
That's what the dragon is talking about with the slime as they fight. Like, why did you fucking add a folder? I didn't ask for a folder.
Who gave you administration access? I didn't do that.
I'm gonna
All right,
report
we
you
have
to
to
IT.
we have to stop this entire thing right now. I'm getting HR involved. So, do I not have? Of course I don't. Why would I have that?
I don't understand why I'll be like perfectly fine the entire time, but as soon as I get on, just like when I was playing Arel, now that I'm on playing Arai, it's like, oh, that's a sexual innuendo.
That's how it goes.
She's better when I fold her.
Hold please.
Holding.
I thought I had a dragon and I don't.
Aw.
So we will go with this.
Tinier dragon?
No, that's just the default size before I can resize it. It's a large dragon.
I'm sorry. Are there two dragons?
Oh, there's the dragon.
Arr.
I just didn't see it before. All right,
Okay.
so
If you
This-
zoom out and it's very small, it kind of looks like a corn.
yeah, I mean, it's got a very
Sorry.
Thanksgiving vibe. Let's put it that
Yep.
way. All right, let's center
Okay.
this a little bit better. All right, so at the north here, this is where you guys are coming from. I understand it wasn't snowing when I described it last time, but this is a map that I found that's a lot easier than me actually making a map. So we're going to pretend.
Okay.
It's reference. It's Feywild.
So
Yeah.
this is where you guys
Yeah, Feywild
started
bullshit.
before you jumped off. So feel free. I'm going to say with Featherfall, anywhere within about, like, let's say 20 feet of the cliff here, you guys can put your minis in there.
Well, I'm sorry. So should we be somewhere? If we're feather falling, should we be here?
Anywhere within 20 feet south of the cliff. So
Okay.
within 4 spaces of the cliff. So,
Oh, please ain't getting to me. My avatar out.
it is a really pretty map, though, isn't it? I'll even show
Yeah, it's really nice.
the audience my cool map. Isn't it cool?
So cool.
So pretty, and that's the dragon, and that's the ooze monster that's black, not mashed potatoes colored. Maybe like mashed sweet potatoes, if you put too much butter in them. Alright, sit back here.
Squash. Mashed butternut squash.
Oh, I also figured out how auras work. So now you can see the exact spaces that this creature actually inhabits. It has a little yellow aura. Isn't that cool?
I can't see that, but it sounds cool.
You don't see like a little yellow square around the squash?
No.
It may be because of your view, which you haven't shown, because you have the DM side. So
Can I
'Cause, like,
not
I have-
show auras?
You can. I think it's just it takes a little bit of
Finagling.
setting on the aura view, because I also have I can make my own aura, but you guys probably won't see it.
Let's see if I can make it.
Just read it.
Aura, radius, square, to cover.
I don't know if you guys see it. I just made my aura.
Oh, there we go. Now can you guys see it?
Nope.
I'm not sure. I'm still trying to get my mini onto the area.
Yeah, me too.
Are minis not working?
Drag your name. I see there's someone right here.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to drag your name, not the picture over.
Oh, okay.
Oh, someone right there.
That's Speedy.
Oh,
okay.
darn it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I see now.
A while since we've had to use maps, but yeah, you have to click on your name and drag it over. If you click on the picture, that's for reorganizing where they are in your in the journal. You have to click on the name to drag it over.
So much sense that way.
Okay.
It works.
Yep,
it was
there
a
it is.
decision.
It does work.
So.
Got it.
All right.
Okay, found me.
Anyway. Why don't we start off by rolling some initiative then?
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
All right, and then I should roll initiative. I need my dice.
I
Of
hope
course.
this serves as a good omen.
Just go over here. That's not what I wanted. All right, Owie, what you got for me?
23.
Not bad. Smegwick.
21.
Reggie.
24.
And Arai.
20.
You guys
We all
realize
rolled really high.
there are numbers under 20, right?
There are?
Doesn't Arai have
You're
advantage
sure
on it?
I don't roll that
Yes.
high?
I got a 4 the second time.
I was saying that explains Arai.
All right. So, as you guys slowly kind of float down, again, you've watched this strange kind of black ooze monster shooting not only like tendrils out to try and grab this copper dragon, but also kind of shooting these black kind of ooze projectiles that when they interact with, or when they hit the copper scales of this dragon, they seem to instantly oxidize and create these kind of large blue growths on it that as soon as the dragon kind of wipes them away, some of their scales start to fall off. So the dragon itself is not this large. It's actually a little bit smaller. And is not looking great right now. You do see it kind of rear back, and you see the wings furl out, and you can see the acidic breath that copper dragons are known for starts kind of building up in the mouth. And as the dragon starts to do it, you can see this kind of bluish oxidized copper dust come out as it kind of coughs and kind of collapses back down to the ground. And at that point, we're going to start off with Reggie. What would you like to do? By the way, Reggie, you have had a long rest.
Oh my god, thank you.
You've actually been in combat, so...
Alright, let me just quickly do that. Okay.
I can neither confirm nor deny you will want that long rest. So, what do you want to do?
Okay. Let's see. What's my walking speed? And what is my range? Okay. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna... Whoa. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly move my guy over here. Basically, I want to get myself up onto this cliffside here so I can try to snipe the slime. I can only move 30 feet though, so that's as much as I can move right now.
Okay.
On my way there though, I'm gonna use my bonus action to give Smegwick Bardic Inspiration. I'm gonna try and buff him up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you all kind of land, you guys watch as Reggie goes, nope, and he starts running for a cliff. And as he goes past Smegwick, he goes, "You got this, buddy," and keeps him going.
Quick little shoulder pad as I run past you. I don't even break my stride.
What dice is that?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
D8s
Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, 1d8.
Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah.
So
And
that's
if
your
you're watching live, you can also affect the show too.
Yeah.
So that's your bonus action and your movement. What do you want to do with your action? Do you want to double move? Do you want to try and attack?
My instincts are telling me that I want to get situated in a spot first before I try to attack this thing. So I'm gonna double move instead then. Put me right there, another 30 feet. I want to try and get like right there before I start attacking. I want to get like nice and high up on that cliff edge right there.
Okay, cool.
So that is it for my turn.
Okay. I'll say, like here, the cliff is only about like 5 feet high, and once it gets to here, that's a full like 10-foot high cliff.
Yeah, I want to be like right there.
Okay, cool. So, did you want to use your, or did you already use your action to dash?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
So I've used up all my stuff. My turn's done.
All right. Next up then is Owie. Owie, what you want to do?
Okay, if I, how far away is the, dragon?
Well, the dragon's way down here, so measuring tool, like 50-ish feet. 70, or yeah, about 50, 60 feet away from you.
Okay, 5, 15, 25. As I'm running, I'm going to yell in Draconic as loud as I can. Right here! And, yeah. 13, 15, 25. Yeah, I'm going to, do a lightning breath at, the search monster and hopefully
Okay. Is that a save?
Yes, that is a dexterity save, I believe.
Okay. And what's the DC?
15.
All right. Doesn't quite make it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, and then it's 3d10.
So you guys watch as Owie starts going. She starts saying something in Draconic, which those of you that speak Draconic can understand. The rest of you just hear this kind of, growling
Ooh, nice.
language.
It's still very precocious.
Yeah. And then as she goes, you can start seeing these little kind of sparks coming out of her nose, coming out of the sides of her mouth, and she suddenly plants her feet and goes, and this bolt of lightning shoots out of her mouth.
That is 25 points of lightning damage.
Damn.
And does 25 points of lightning damage. As it strikes, this strange ooze-like creature, the lightning hits it, and you instantly start seeing bits of the creature start to kind of evaporate off, and or aerosolize, I guess, or evaporate's the right word. Turn into a gas. And the gas itself, you can see as it gets near some of the trees, starts to corrode the trees themselves. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I will stay there and, that's my yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
Sorry, I think you already said this, and I apologize, but did we have a rest while after
Dead.
we got to the?
Long rest.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry,
That's perfectly
Rest.
fine.
The only
It's
spell I've
been-
used so far is Smegwick.
Yeah, it's been a weird. I would say because you used your you guys actually got a long rest, or you didn't get a long rest in the what's it in the circle.
domain.
Druid circle.
Yeah.
So you would.
But at the
down-
camp we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would
I want me to level
everyone
up.
stop talking.
Sorry.
You specifically would still be down one Misty Step because you used
Yep.
that to use that. But I think that's
It's
the
done,
only thing
right.
you've done since the
Yep.
long camp. So
Yep.
cool. So Smegwick.
Okay. Seeing this, being like, first thing we'll go like, okay, we fought oozes before. Everyone knows what to do. Give support where you can. Keep your distance. Unless you're gonna be reckless, awry, you do you. And he's gonna look at this thing. So first up, let's give it an assist. So first thing Smegwick is going to do, he is going to look at this thing.
Remember, you have inspiration.
Oh, I will. I'll be holding on to it when I need it. Trust me. Just type. I will need the ooze, to make a dexterity 17 saving throw versus fairy fire.
Ooh.
Exactly 17.
Well, screw you.
So you guys watch as Smegwick holds what are you using to cast this? Are you using just your hands? Or are you using your
My spell focus.
Spell focus,
My
which
spell focus.
is
My copper
Remind-
snail shell.
cover. So you see him kind of focus on this. And you see this stream of kind of pinkish purple flames start going out, and as it starts to kind of envelop this slime monster, the slime monster starts to kind of fold in on itself, and every time the fairy fire is about to kind of grasp onto it, it gets smothered in this completely self-folding slime. What else you want to do?
Like, oh, okay, fine, yeah, screw you in particular. And he's going to quicken spell, and he's going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And just confirm.
So at that point,
I
you
got
guys
3 blasts.
watch him again grab onto his shell, and you can see 3 bolts of pure force start coming out, and the attack rolls are
14 plus 9, 23. That's going to miss. Natural 1.
Ooh.
And 15 plus
15.
9. Okay. So, yeah, so I'm pretty sure 2 of those hit.
the last one is 15 plus 9.
Plus 9, yes.
Okay, yeah, then definitely.
Okay.
So you can roll the damage.
Okay. I'm going to do the rest on D&D Beyond. 13 and 12. So 25 in total, if it matters.
Okay, it's all force damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys watch as one of the bolts goes wide and strikes a tree and kind of splinters off parts of it, but 2 of them hit rather squarely, and as they impact the creature, at first it looks like nothing happened, like it impacts the creature and it's just completely absorbed, and then suddenly out of the back side of the creature you see these explosions of slime as the bolt continues forward. And you can see bits of this slime just kind of going off and latching onto trees and stuff like that. Everywhere it touches, you start seeing decay start forming, but it definitely felt it. Anything else you want to do?
Yes, I will be moving. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Presume we can move underneath the tree here. And I'm gonna tell Spitty, fly high and stay high. So Spitwit is basically gonna like be here, but he's gonna be like high up since I didn't need to cast Feather Fall on him. He just flew.
Okay. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright! do something magically barbarian.
Yes, and that he definitely shall. So
I will be
Arise.
right back.
Cool.
Okay, so Arise is going to move over here,
Okay.
away from his allies, and I'm going to rage.
Yeah.
You guys watch as Arai. You can almost see like a snowfall start as Arai becomes coldly furious. His eyes become very narrowed in focus. You watch as his muscles start to kind of harden. He pulls the pike off of his sheath, carrying it on his back, and kind of steadies it, ready for battle.
Wait, that's a 5, not a 4. Just kidding. So with my wild magic, if I get hit, it basically is going to take force damage. So,
Okay. You guys watch as he continues to smolder in a very attractive way. You can see
Getting
this
cold,
kind of
cold.
aura start to radiate off of him. You can see kind of magic in the air kind of solidifying on his skin in various places. It almost looks like bits of frost are starting to form, but it's actually crystallized magic that have just started to envelop him. What else you want to do?
I just realized I was up 1 too far.
Okay.
1 2 back. All right, there we go. I'm going to attack him with my javelin.
All right. Javelin or spear? Or pike?
Pike.
Okay.
23.
Definitely hits.
Okay. And that is for, I'm raging, 17.
17, cool. So as Arai steps forward, staying at kind of the maximum reach of his pike, he thrusts it in. And Arai, you have pretty immense strength, especially when you're raging. So you have no problem pulling it back out, but you realize pulling it back out is significantly harder than it normally is when you skewer things that you don't like. And as you pull it out, you can see, even though you have a magic pike of warning, you can still see bits of steam coming off of it as if something was trying to boil it.
Ugh.
So, next attack.
Yep. I was supposed to say Rise, not doing that again. He's going to put that to the side and not drop your dice on the floor. And he's going to throw a javelin at it.
Okay,
And 27.
27. And these are just regular javelins, not magical, right?
Correct.
Okay. 27 definitely hits. Go and roll damage.
Okay.
As you sit there and you kind of pull back the pike, and I will mention the pike doesn't look damaged because it's a
Okay.
magic weapon. It doesn't get damaged. You just notice that that there's something going on with this.
Okay. If it doesn't get damaged, can I use my
That's
pike?
fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Thank you.
So that's one of the reasons I clarified.
Gotcha. Appreciate
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I need more magical things. Oh, it would have been the exact same thing anyway.
Okay.
So, 13.
13. 13 to hit or 13 damage?
Oh, it was 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay.
Yeah, because it was 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 27 misses, but I'll take the 13 damage.
Okay.
No. As you sit there, you kind of pull it back. You can see, like, you can, having used this pike and having an actual connection with it being a weapon of warning, like, you kind of, as much as it's a cliche of, like, your weapon, it's a part of you, this really is. And you can feel something is trying to damage your pike. It's not succeeding, but it's definitely something about this creature is so kind of abhorrent that anything that touches it seems to have some pretty nasty stuff happen to it. And as you pull it out, you also see you leave a little bit of a hole in it for only a few seconds. As you look in, you can see this kind of leathery looking something in there moving around. But the hole closes up very, very quickly. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Flick off whatever is remaining on his pike.
Okay.
But that is
So
it.
you kind of just spin it around and clean it off on the ground and bring it back. All right. It is Crazy Sludge Monster time. Crazy Sludge Monster, or actually at the end of Crazy Sludge Monster's turn, or at the end of your turn, Arai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not going to do that because it'll have no effect. So ignore that.
That'd be perfect. It should do it.
So Crazy Sludge Monster is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25 feet. 30,
Oh, hi.
35, ignoring the pseudo dragon in the air.
Oh dear.
And it is not happy.
Oh dear.
So it's going to extend one of these, or so it's going to look at both of you, and suddenly you're going to notice that there's these two indents starting to form, and suddenly two kind of sprays of this stuff could come out faster than you can really expect. And I need con saves from Owie and
Smuggler.
Smegwick. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, 15?
15. Unfortunately, not enough.
Dang.
Oh, thank you. Loving you drop out dice. 16 plus 3, 19.
19. So you take half this. So as it hits you, you guys suddenly, not only does it hit you, but it also releases this strange noxious fume. Owie, you take 28 necrotic damage.
Ouch!
Smegwick, you take half of that.
How much was that? I'm sorry.
Half of 28 would be
14?
14.
14. Thank you. It was a number.
I hadn't heard the first number, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, cool.
And then, is there anything else it does? Thank you.
So pretty.
I think that's good for it right now.
I love that this dropout 20 on it says right on.
All right, so that brings us back to top of the order, Reggie.
Not sponsored, but we'd like to be.
All right, so I'm gonna continue with my. Where's my tap? There it is.
Did the dragon do anything?
No, the dragon seems really, really hurt right now.
Ow!
So they're just kind of lying on the ground, breathing and relishing in their respite right now.
All right. Considering the location of me and the slime, I'm actually going to hold my movement right here, at least for the time being.
Okay.
And just for starters, I'm going to go ahead and try to snipe this thing with my short bow.
Okay.
18.
18 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty.
You do have allies next to it, so you do get your sneak attack on it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's initially 8 damage. Sneak attack, sneak attack, sneak attack, sneak attack, sneak attack. Where the?
I believe it's only
Alright.
a d6 because you only have a few levels in rogue.
That's right, I actually only have 2 levels in rogue. I've been putting everything in bard because honestly, lately bard's been more useful.
Okay.
That's odd. What class? Bardic. Come on, rogue. Where are you? There you are. Yes, it is only 1d6.
So go ahead and add
Okay.
a d6 to that.
So 8 plus what? 9.
Okay. So as you sit there and fire the arrow sticks in it and immediately kind of dissolves. And it looks like the creature isn't affected by it nearly as much as you think they should have been.
I mean, really, I just have normal arrows for my short bow. They're not really anything special. I think I gotta change that sometime soon.
Okay. Anything else you can do with your turn?
Yeah, for my bonus action, I am going to use another bardic inspiration. This one I'm going to give to Arai.
Okay.
So yeah, just from on top of the cliff, you just hear like a very far off Regis go like, "Arai! You got this! You got this!" Woo!
And one of the snowflakes on him melts and turns into a flower before going back into a snowflake.
Okay. All right. And is it the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my
Okay.
turn.
So at the end of your turn, the kind of ooze monster starts again folding in on itself, and suddenly this burst of noxious fumes shoots out, and everywhere within 10 feet of this creature is now filled with this noxious gas.
No.
And that brings us to Owie, which the first thing I need you to do. There's no save on this. It just happens. You take 18 points of necrotic damage from this noxious gas, not only kind of inhaling it, but also it's starting to kind of corrode your skin and any exposed skin.
Alright. 18?
18, yes.
Okay. Jeez. Already down to half HP. Let's see. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna Misty Step backwards with my bonus action. And then here.
So you guys watch as Owie kind of coughing. You suddenly watch as Owie goes, sneeze, and then immediately turns into a bolt of lightning and streaks about 20 feet away.
First me. And then I'm gonna use my action to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Owie brings her sword to bear and kind of points it, and these you guys are level 11, right?
Yes.
These three kind of bolts of energy start streaking forward from it.
Alright. And that probably doesn't hit. That is a 9.
First one goes a little bit wide, hits into the snow, and kind of or the grass scatters
much-
dirt everywhere.
That's much better. Dirty 20.
Second one hits.
Okay.
Oliver, why?
Aw, kitty.
And the third one?
19.
19. Okay, the last two hit. Go ahead and give me damage.
Okay, thank you.
Two of them seem to find purchase, and unlike Smegwicks, where they seem to kind of go through and blast out the back, these are done on an angle so that it seems like they hit the ground first. You see these little kind of bursts of energy from inside the creature. How much damage?
That is 11 points of force damage total.
Total, cool. And again, as these little kind of bursts happen, you can see bits of the ooze just kind of getting shot off. And Owie, you too notice there seems to be something kind of leather-like or maybe scale-like on the inside, but you actually see what seems like maybe a tentacle or something inside, and then it very quickly kind of forms back up.
Something's going on in there.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Since you are too far away, the creature is going to reach out and attempt to strangle Smegwick.
Uh-oh.
Does 16 hit your AC?
Shield.
Okay. So
No,
this
no,
it doesn't.
no, it didn't hit me.
Oh,
No,
sorry. What's your
I'm
AC?
batting it away.
Sorry. What's your AC?
My AC is 16, but I use shield.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I didn't know if I hit or not. So it comes forward, and as it gets closer and closer, you're trying to get out of the way, and it keeps turning, and you're like, shit, and you just bring up your hand, and this shield, and you watch as it envelops your shield for a moment, and you feel like it trying to kind of crush the shield itself, but the shield is really powerful, and so it slowly kind of retracts, and you can see, as much as it doesn't have a face or anything, it feels like the entire thing has turned directly towards you and seems very, very focused on you right now.
Uh-oh.
And now it is your turn.
Okay. Just to confirm what we were observing. So, in regards to the damage Owie did with the lightning, did it seem to really mess it up?
It looked like it did a normal amount of damage. The amount of damage you would expect. The only thing that has been weird is the arrow that Reggie shot didn't seem to affect it as much.
Yeah, but it's like I know Reggie's using normal ammunition. Okay.
Gotta fix that soon.
So this thing was in a battle with a copper dragon. So Smegwick is pretty sure, from his inference, acids probably isn't the way to go because it's given that thing such a hard time. So he is going to do 5, 10 first off, and then he is going to cast. He's going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, cool. What save is that again? It's not Dex.
It'll be a Constitution saving
Con
throw.
save. Cool.
A Constitution 17.
Gets a 19.
Oh, damn.
So go ahead and roll damage. As you move around, how do you envision doing Thunderwave? Are you like full on Hadoken? Do you just yell at it? How do you envision Thunderwave happening for Smegwick?
Just be like, fuck off, and just.
Okay. So you guys get over and you watch as Smegwick takes this deep breath in. You start seeing kind of magic swirling around him and entering him as he takes this deep breath and goes, fuck you! And this wave of thunderous energy goes, and literally a split second before it does, the entire slime hardens and turns basically into a stack of cubes. It turns into a bunch of like right angles and things like that, and turns completely into an almost crystalline surface as this wave of thunder energy goes. What's the damage?
Ah, hell, it's the yellow devil from Mega Man.
14 thunder damage.
Is that
So 7 halved.
7? Okay.
And right now he's experimenting to see if this is like doing more damage or same amount of damage, and like there's.
So you can see as the thunder damage hits, you can see little cracks in the crystalline structure. It looks to have done as much damage as you would expect it to do.
Okay, and he is now going to Wicked Spell again. He's going to fire off another 3 Eldritch Blasts.
And wait a minute, how did you get over there? You just
I used the rest of my movement.
Okay, so as soon as you got more than 5 feet away, he would have taken a swing at you.
Okay. He didn't take a swing at Owie, so I pressed my luck.
I
Owie
used Misty
teleported.
Step.
Oh, teleported. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough.
However, it's only a 13.
Yeah, it was still missed regardless. Because of the order of operation. I think you missed regardless. Because you attacked, but it was my turn, and my shield would have been down by that point, I believe. But I have an AC of 16.
Okay, yeah. So, so as you're starting to move away, you see another one of these pseudopods kind of come out. You kind of duck under it as you can, like, you actually have to kind of hold your breath for a second because even at just getting close to you, the noxious fumes are damaging to your lungs.
Oh, I should have taken damage at the start.
Oh, yeah. At the start of your turn, you should have taken 18 points of
Fair play.
necrotic. Sorry.
No problem. 18. Yep. I am down a full Reggie.
I know.
I really like that we use Reggie as a measuring point of damage.
Congratulations, you beat the equivalent of 1 Raditz.
Okay, so I took the damage, but he missed me. Took my
So now you're
blast.
going to Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Oh, it's caught. Oh, that was almost correct. Damn it. Okay, 12, 9, 21. Okay, it's a 9. 18. Does that hit?
18 does hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
Or you can roll all 3 if you want.
No! No! I can't lose the die. I'm rolling so good. No!
No.
Okay.
Bumble.
It's actually
No.
a good die.
What? Wait a minute. Sorry, so I'm up to a little. I'm gonna risk it. 11 plus 8. So that's 19. 19 for the third.
Definitely hits. And what
Okay,
was
cool.
to make this easier, AC 16.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put
So-
mine in it.
Cool. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage then for me.
Okay. And sorry, I need to confirm on one thing because my brain.
Is fuzzy.
Okay, so I can do it on each one. Okay, cool.
I want to fit your camera too.
Oh, I'm leaning in and out. It was, yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Well, let's get the damage first. We can deal with Fuzzy Wuzzy
There we
was a
go.
bear later.
Yeah, just happened. Okay. So just a second. So you want it? You want a total, or you want?
Yeah,
individual?
just give me a total.
Okay. 6, 6, 9.
Nice.
6, 9, 10. 6 plus 9 plus 10 plus Fury of the Small. And from the way I'm reading it, Fury of the Small, when you damage a creature with size larger, you can cause an attack or spell to deal extra damage to the creature. So it just does it on the head, doesn't say once per turn or anything. So I'm just going to do boop, boop, boop. So it's 12 additional damage for a total of 37 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay, I just want to...
Jack
Oh, yeah, because it
rolling.
has a limit. I was sitting here, I was like, that sounds super, super broken. Oh, you have a limited number you can use. That makes more
Yes.
sense. Okay, so grand total, I'm sorry,
37.
37. Thank you. So,
If you did 1 second later, I would have forgot all those numbers.
So you watch as Smegwick again fires these 3 blasts, and all 3 of them find their mark. And this time they don't even like go into the full creature. As they interact with the kind of surface of this thing, you see these big explosions, as massive chunks of this creature getting blown off. And now you are definitely seeing that there's just something in the there. It has this kind of leathery, scaly skin, and you also see a massive set of teeth. But again, it kind of closes back up on itself, and
That is crazy.
What the fuck is that? And this will be.
it
It's
shrinks.
not another beholder.
It's the climax of the thing.
It shrinks.
All right, so Arai, what you want to do?
Alright, it's gonna be Stabby Boy.
Stabby boy. Okay,
Yep, he's gonna keep being Stabby Boy into the poison. I know.
so go ahead and take 18 points of necrotic damage as you run into the kind of field.
Ooh. Okay.
It's within 10 feet is how I described it. So if you get within 10 feet of it.
Okay. And then he's going to attack.
All right.
And he's not going to do anything for the first one, because that's a 9.
Well, remember, you have that Bardic Inspiration from.
Oh,
Reggie.
I do have Bardic Inspiration. Thank you. We will reroll that. That's a 1. Probably not that one.
So Arai starts rushing forward and attempts to plunge his pike in there, but as the creature is kind of consolidating itself in its smaller surface area, where it was at one point, it is no longer. And so you quickly kind of spin around, bring the pike back for
26.
26. This time it strikes true, and you feel it catch on something inside there.
12.
12 points of damage. All right.
Spitwit is just armchair quarterback. He's just like, hit here. What's wrong?
So as you sit there and stab it, you realize you've got it. You're caught on something.
Oh, no.
You're trying to pull it out, and even with your immense strength, you're trying to. And so finally, you just plant your feet, grab your pike, and you feel something kind of ripping and tearing. And you watch as the ooze kind of wraps itself around your pike and is thrown completely off. And as it reaches the apex, it releases your pike and just gets flung away. And standing there, where the ooze used to be,
I'll move Spitwit.
is a large spherical object.
No!
A large toothy maw and a single large eye.
God damn it.
However, something about this is different than the beholders you're used to seeing. It has eye stalks, or it has stalks on it, but at the end of the stalks, instead of having eyes, this one has mouths.
Scary.
Anything
Why?
else?
Thank you, Jody.
Why?
That's what I'm here for.
And Smegwood just goes, oh, that's some bullshit.
That's gonna be in my nightmares tonight.
Yep.
So, anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope.
All right.
Is the aura still going on?
No, because I didn't make a aura for this token. No,
Well,
that actually that ended when the creature died.
Yeah, I was just, yeah, that's what I was asking. I was curious if the,
Yeah, this new form doesn't have that ability anymore. It has other cool stuff that it can do because it's
No.
it's a cool monster, but it doesn't have the fart cloud anymore.
That's good.
So-
it's still a beholder.
It is. You can see kind of the fury in its face, and so it's going to move over here. Yep, it's going to move over here.
Attack of opportunity.
No, because it hasn't left your.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
has. It has
I
to
thought
go
he went
outside your
beyond.
range. No.
Yeah, I thought he went beyond.
Yeah, I did when I was moving the token, but he didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because
Yes.
it's hard to move things with a tremor. And so as it sits there, you see it opens its mouth, and then all of the little mouths on each of its stalks happen to, and it shoots forth this wave of sludge that goes out 60 feet. So I need
no.
Arai, Smegwick, and Owie to all make me con saves.
Okay.
Oh no, 26.
Oh yeah,
17.
barbarians.
Yeah, that's a 14.
14, okay. And then Smegwick?
19 plus 3, 22.
Okay. So Smegwick and Arai, you guys make the save. Owie, you unfortunately do not. So Owie, you take 31 necrotic damage and you are knocked prone. Arai and Smegwick, you take, I think 15 is half of that. And you are knocked prone.
Ah!
Sorry, just curious, but when I walked into the Noxious Cloud knowingly, did I just take the damage without making a con? save?
Yeah, the cloud itself didn't have a save associated. It's just
okay.
the first time you entered it or you started your turn, you just took the damage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's a reskin monster. The actual effect was it made weapons spin around it like a blender. So you can't really
makes sense.
resist blender damage.
Yeah. I mean, you can, just don't put your hand in it.
Yeah. I mean the normal thing, don't.
Intrusive thoughts.
Yep.
So, that was its turn. That was its movement. Does it want to do anything else? That's all it can do.
I am rough.
So, that brings us back to top of the order. Reggie! Thus far, it seems to not care about you.
Oh, I'm gonna make it care about me.
Okay.
I am going to move my guy to right there. And is there anyone close by me? No, not really. I am gonna use my own Thunder Wave upon it from behind.
Okay. And I'm assuming you are angling it in a way that it doesn't hit Arai.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and I'm gonna be using Thunder Wave at 5th level for this one.
Ooh.
So it needs to make a con save of 16.
16, gotcha. That is 26.
God damn it.
So, as you sit there, how do you envision Reggie casting Thunderwave?
I've always envisioned him as doing like Incredible Hulk Thunderclap.
Okay. So, Reggie, seeing your friends just get hit by this kind of wave of bile, you run forward, and as you're running, you kind of hold your hands out. And you guys watch as Reggie is running full-on Naruto style. You watch as his hands start glowing with magical energy, and he suddenly just plants his feet, and the momentum of the run brings his hands forward, and he goes, and you see this wave of thunderous energy fly forth from him, and the beholder creature kind of brings all of its stalks in and protects itself as much as it can. How much damage does it do?
It's basically just half of whatever I roll for damage again.
So yeah,
Okay.
whatever you roll the damage like you normally would, and then you just divide it in half.
Okay, so that's gonna be 11 total thunder damage.
All right.
I rolled 22, so he gets 11.
Yep. All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Yes, I'm gonna use another Bardic Inspiration. This time, I'm going to give it to Owie.
Okay.
So I've inspired the whole team. And I'm just gonna look at Owie and just do like the whole Shia LaBeouf, like, you can do it! Do it!
Okay. As that happens,
no.
the beholder kind of watching where the magic goes, and something that you find kind of strange about this. Bardic magic in general, it's very kind of sound and music based. It's not quite as visually followable as other types of magic. Like a wizard, you watch as like the line of effect happens. But a lot of time, Bardic magic just kind of radiates off of what's casting it. But you watch as he actually somehow watches the stream of magic from your inspiration go from you to Owie and inspires her. And you see him smile, and he goes, "Okay, I can play that too." And you watch as he blinks, and as he blinks, this explosion of black light happens right where Owie is standing. And there's actually no save for this. It's just you and Smegwick both take 17 necrotic damage.
Oh, I'm really rough, guys.
Shit.
And
I'm sorry, we each take or just Owie?
both of you take. The explosion affects Owie and then all creatures within 10 feet.
So 17?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Same for me.
Yepers.
Okay. Ugh.
8 HP.
Owie, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Bonus action her. Second wind.
So you guys watch as Owie kind of having a hard time standing up, kind of places her sword in the ground and she centers herself for a moment. And you watch as some of the like burns and things on her skin start to slowly knit themselves as her kind of supernatural constitution starts to heal herself.
Okay, so that's 11 plus 4, 15. Not a lot, but
Spread out, kid. Don't let it get in the light again. Ugh.
oh god.
Ugh.
This makes her just dry heaving.
Yeah, just like Dr. Evil. Yeah,
Push it.
gotta vomit.
Oh god.
What else do you want to do? Because that's your minor. You still have a move and an action. Or not minor. Still in 4th edition.
Bonus.
Bonus!
Yeah. So I'm going to like right.
So you guys watch as Owie, after Allie kind of centers herself, she starts moving again, keeping her rapier trained on the creature.
How bad is it looking?
It looks pretty fresh.
Damn
Like it appears that the damage that you guys did just kind of hurt the outer shell of this creature, which you completely obliterated. But this seems like a completely new creature.
Oh, no.
It was hit by Reggie's attack, but
Okay. Puppy?
somebody else
yeah,
wants
sorry.
to play.
No, she's going on a walk.
Oh. What's
She
a
wants
kind
to go
of
on
play?
walkies.
Dopover.
Let's see.
So, what you doing, Owie?
Okay. Let's see.
Owie breathing
If
heavily.
I
Go ahead.
if I do run spinding ice, would I be able to like aim it where I wouldn't be hitting her eye?
I'm not familiar with the spell. What's the area that it hits?
It's a 30-foot cone.
30-foot cone. In order to not hit a rye, you would need to get closer and still be able to hit it. Like you'd have to be close enough where you could hit the cone would go in between them. And with a 30-foot cone, at the apex, at the end of the cone,
Okay,
it's
so
30 feet wide.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so like here?
If well, 5, 10, 15, yeah. So at the place where well, here actually I have a cool thing. What do I have? I think it's under subscription sets, right? Sorry, I have a thing that gives me all of the different what's it, the spell effects areas.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give you a cool... I can never find it when I need it, though. Mixers, mix... Well, here, I'll just, because I can't find the damn thing right now. Oh, where we are. Alright, so create bonfire. Sparkler, fantastic in the house. It's getting dark in here. I'm just going to draw it because I can't find the thing right now. So,
Okay.
a 30-foot cone would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it'd go this far. And then it's 30 feet wide. So it's 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. So this is basically what you're looking at with a 30-foot cone. So in order for you to hit that without hitting them, you would have to be like here. Where the cone is small enough that it can go in between them. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay. And you don't have enough movement for that, so.
Here we go.
God. Gonna do another 3 Eldritch Blast.
I think Cone of Cold does the same thing, right?
Kind of.
So found the asset. So this is a, or no, I think that's bigger.
Yeah, that's bigger.
But it would expand the same amount basically. So if you cut it off at the 30-foot point, what was the spell called again?
Ryan's Biting Ice. Used to be called Ice and Dust Frost.
Just the same thing. This looks similar, right? Well, it's similar. So anyway, I can't find that particular, and it won't tell me. It just tells me like 3x4. It doesn't tell me 15-foot cone or anything.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do like Eldritch Blast.
Okay, cool.
Please, you're not down there. Because I've only got like 24 HP. And 23 left. Okay. Breathe. I did not hit. It's 11.
Oh, damn it. I got rid of my beholder.
That also does not hit. That is a. Oh, wait. Maybe it does. Oh. Wait, I think that was a 19?
19 does hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, to
there
make
was a
things a little bit faster, AC 17. So,
Yep.
so second one hit. Third one.
Alright. Yeah, it doesn't hit. Except for 6.
Okay, so as you sit there and you're trying to concentrate, you fire off your Owie fires off 3 Eldritch Blast. 2 of them go wide, but one of them does find purchase. Go ahead and roll damage.
5 points of force.
All right.
Oh God.
All right. Smegwick, what do you want to do?
If it matters, I think you were 1 to the left.
Thank you.
Okay. 10, 30. I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
Spitting up like I hear no bell. And I'm just gonna straight up. I'm just gonna hex him. There's no save, and
Hex doesn't have a
Yes.
save?
no, I'm hexing him.
Oh.
And I know it's so mute, but I'm like, I'll give him the dex ability check, but so I know that I still can't stand those things. So I'll use hex.
Oh,
and
hex.
use-
I was thinking of curse.
No. Yeah. And I'm doing 3 Eldritch Blasts again.
Okay. So you guys watch as Smegwick kind of goes over there, and how does Hex work for Smegwick? Does he wink? Does he just...
Basically, he starts talking, and there's some really, like... I think considering he learned it, it's just like us, like... You don't know the language. I'm sorry, no, it could be because like how he learned. So yeah, it's a lot of Eladrin swear words.
So you guys just see as Smegwick is just like everyone else is like kind of running and getting into cover. Smegwick sitting there, like you can see it, like he rubs his back and he's just kind of walking deliberately and going mother, and just slew of anyone that understands Eladrin, like Arai, you're like this close to blushing.
No, he's too ticked off. He'll mention it afterwards.
He's like,
20 on the first shot.
Awesome. If you want to
Love
put,
these purple dice.
if you want to roll all of them and just
Sure.
give me the total at the end, that'll be easier for me.
Yeah, cool.
So as Smegwick gets there, he kind of just sits down. He grabs the copper shell and just looks, and like
dude,
Eldritch
I
Blast
swear to
from his
God,
eye.
I swear to God, I gotta show this to you.
Second one, not bad. You guys need it. So that's a
Thank
second,
you.
which is
2
also
crits.
doubling the hex die.
Yeah, so that's 2 crits and a 25.
Well, the 25 doesn't hit. No.
I'll
Yeah,
fight you.
just give me a large pool of damage. So yeah, Smegwick kind of just walks over and he's saying all this stuff, and you guys watch every time he says one of these words, you can see it kind of manifest and just stick to the beholder creature. And one of them sticks, and you see the beholder starts taking its stalks and trying to rub it off, but it's not. And eventually it's just covered in these bad words that have turned into energy. And then he just...
Imagining they were now tattooed on his skin, so Arai's gonna stab directly into like slut.
Okay, and I'm gonna use my last Fury of the Small, so that's gonna be a total of 38 damage.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I also, that's 38 so far. I did not add the 38 plus the hex. Okay, so we're up to 38 so far.
And 2 of the hexes are doubled.
Okay, I've written it down. 2 hexes doubled.
Does Fury the Small add a die or a static number?
It's a as my proficiency
Okay.
to the extra damage.
All right.
17.
So yeah, Smegwick looks there and then full on like optic blast, and just hits this beholder thing hard.
Just saying, plus 23. So 20. So okay, so that's 23 plus 38. 61 points damage total.
Wow.
You said 6-1.
61.
Cool. All right.
And then Smegwick, because I know he's talking shit, but he's good and pissed now, and he goes like, "And fuck you in particular."
So he wanders over, full on optic blast, beats the creature down. The creature is not happy.
Uh-oh.
At the end of your turn, he
Spits blood.
At the end of your turn, he's like, "Well, fuck you," and he spits this glob of poison at you. That's 20 to hit. Except he has someone within 5 feet of him, so it was 20. Now it's 18.
Shield.
Okay, so you see this glob come towards you, and as it gets closer and closer, I kind of envision you just going, and
Teeth still teeth just all fucked up with blood, pink. You look fucking stupid right now. Ugh.
Then he
All
starts
right.
dry moving.
Arai, what you want to do?
Arai is gonna keep being stabby boy.
All right, go for it.
So, yep.
I put everything in that one. You better fuck him up.
21.
21 definitely hits.
Okay. 4. nothing as epic as 61. 17.
17 is still nice.
Yep.
So, Arai, as you go ahead and roll your second attack, Arai, as he sits there, is just like, ugh. You just very, like, without missing a beat, just, and you're just like staring this massive eye, unblinking. You just go, and it's still alive. So you go again. What's the second attack roll?
22.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
Okay. 12.
12. Cool. So as you pull your pike out of it, you can see the wounds themselves are kind of oozing that same kind of black sludge as everything else. You can see it normally just floats, but it's kind of like drooping as it floats in front of you. Yeah, it is the beholder's to turn.
Oh.
So, the beholder vanishes
Ah.
and appears right here.
Oh, yeah, you better fucking. Oh, shit.
And
Uh-oh.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
Throw the costume throws.
Sorry, it's what this creature does.
Whoop.
It's a cool monster.
No.
Then let me take the Constitution saving throws. He keeps running away from me like a little.
I wonder why. As you just sat there going chung chung, no, eye contact chung chung. You kind of bring it up and like
No.
yeah.
It is canonical, right? Eats weird shit.
Why is it spicy?
So, 17.
17 is exactly what you need. As it appears before you, there's this blinding flash of light, and so you very quickly bring your eye up, and you have to blink for a bit, but now the creature is right in front of you, and it comes down and tries to chomp on you specifically.
What? So what was the con throw for?
To avoid being blinded.
Oh, okay. I thought I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the ability is called Blinding Teleport.
Yikes.
So, it's a cool ability,
I like that one.
isn't
Add
it?
that to my list of base step.
Well, does a 13 hit your shielded armor class?
I don't think I'm still shielded because it was my turn when I blasted the shit out of him.
Doesn't
Nice.
shield,
You shield
lost
afterwards.
until the start.
The start of my turn. The start of my turn. It goes away.
It says the start of your next turn. I believe is the
okay.
terminology it uses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the start of your turn happened. Oh wait, no, it was But even
Yeah.
if it wasn't, I still don't think a 13 hit
Yeah. You still don't miss me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you had a turn. All right, but anyway, so it tries to chomp down on you, and you just kind of lean back, and it gets kind of a mouthful of dirt. And then it
Just a spit
spits.
right at
It spits the dirt at you, doing no damage, but it's very mad at you.
Just spits in its face. How do you like it, asshole?
It starts dry heaving.
Let's go up to Reggie. What you want to do?
Okay. I have an idea. I would just want to make sure that it works first. Jody,
Yes.
would you in your personal opinion, do you think it would take like a full-on action or a bonus action for me to switch out my short bow and take out my daggers?
So mechanically, stowing a weapon takes an action. You can draw one weapon as part of another action. If you wanted to just drop the bow, you can draw a dagger as part of your attack action. Getting both of them out would require the dual wielder feat, which I don't know if you have that. I don't believe you do.
No, I don't. I have actor.
Okay. Actor, still a very useful feat, but no. So you can if you're willing to drop your bow, you can have one dagger out.
All right.
I think the pupper has done something adorable.
Okay, then Okay, hold on. Say again. If I were to just drop my bow, what would that be? A bonus action or just a...
Dropping your bow is free action.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
There's nothing you have to do for that.
Okay. I'm gonna try a little something. May not work, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna drop my short bow to pull out one of my daggers. I am then gonna cast Dimension Door to teleport myself right behind the beholder.
Okay.
And because he's focused on Smegwick here, I'm gonna use my bonus action to just do just a normal stab attack. But because he's focused on Smegwick, do I get sneak attack?
Unfortunately, you can only use your bonus action to attack if you used your action if you make the attack action. You can't just... the way that two-weapon fighting works is, first of all, you have to have two weapons. And second of all, you have to take the attack action. And if you take the attack action and you have a light weapon, you can use it to attack with your offhand.
Shit. Okay, I actually did not know that.
Okay, so if you want to rewind.
Okay. Well, ultimately, I'm gonna basically just half rewind. I'm gonna negate the action of me dropping my short bow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep my hand on it right now.
I'm next to him. You'll get sneak attack damage if you hit.
Well, that's the thing, because unfortunately, Dimension Door is an action. It's not a bonus action, so that's gonna take away my attack right there.
Okay.
So I'm still gonna use Dimension Door to get right behind him. And then I am just gonna hold right here and pray that he doesn't move.
Okay,
for
cool.
a whole round.
All right. At the end of your turn, yeah, he's gonna do this. It's a dumb move, but I don't think he's thinking about that right now. So, the beholder, one of the mouth stalks, is going to turn, and instead of shooting a kind of glob at you, Arai, it's going to kind of spray this stuff at your feet that starts to instantly crystallize. I need a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no. Strength saving throw.
Not something you have advantage in.
I know.
What's that like?
I want to see if I can get even higher.
I got a 74.
I got a 26.
So, as this starts to crystallize around your feet, you notice not only is it starting to make it so you can't move, you start feeling something affecting your connection to the Feywild, and you realize that your Fey step is being blocked by this as well. And as soon as you feel that, you're like, fuck this shit, and you kind of break out of it. But whatever that thing is, it prevents any form of movement.
Okay, so because he attacked me and specifically my magic, he takes 6 points of damage.
Okay.
I forgot to do it the last time I did it.
What was the damage again?
6.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So as that
Magic's
happens,
ticked off right back. It goes,
so as you start feeling it kind of crystallize, you sit there, you fuck this shit, and you break it, and then just like a little wink, and you watch as this burst of magic hits the creature, and he's very pissed. But it's Owie's turn first before he can do anything else.
I'm gonna stay back and do more Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Okay. Let's see. That does not hit. That's 11.
So Owie's still trying to keep herself together, brings out her rapier, fires 3 more bolts. The first one goes wide, the second one
It's a dirty 20.
hits solidly, and the third one,
Does not hit.
okay, and then the third one goes wide as well. Go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Okay. Yeah. 4 points of force. And then, how bad is he looking?
He's bleeding pretty heavily, or oozing pretty heavily.
Oh.
Okay, action surge.
Okay. So Aoi, missing 2 of the attacks, you watch as Aoi gets determined. And she quickly kind of brings her rapier back, balances it on her arm, and fires 3 more, I'm assuming 3 more Eldritch Blasts?
Yeah, 3 more.
Go for it. Go ahead and just roll all 3 of them.
Okay. That is a 17.
Hits.
Yep. Does not hit.
Okay.
And that also does not hit.
Okay. So another 3 bolts. 2 of them go wide, but one of them finds its mark and does
2 damage.
2 points of damage. So Aoi firing 3 more bolts, kind of collapses a little bit. You can see little specks of blood at the corner of Aoi's mouth, but she's still holding resolute, ready to fight. At the end, is there anything else you want to do with your turn, Aoi?
No, I'm gonna hope that guy doesn't turn his attention on me.
Okay. At the end of Aoi's turn, the beholder is going to try and nom on Smegwick again.
That's a me up.
11. Or no, 12. Sorry. I had taken the wrong modifier. Again, misses completely, getting very frustrated that it can't hit a tiny little goblin right next to it. It eats you guys for snacks on football night.
What's the matter, asshole? Can't pick on someone your own size? Fuck you.
It is your turn.
Okay. First off, I'm just going to go with an old trusty shock and grasp.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
So Smegwick goes over and
Nope.
I just kind of like the
Well, this
visual
thing's
of
not
Smegwick
cocked.
just like bitch slapping him.
Okay. I'm also going to use. I'm going to transmute this thing too. It's going to be a shocking grasp. Going to get turned into a sizzling. I just want to see what because now this is this weird thing now. So I'm going to see if acid hurts this thing.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Just confirm. I rolled a 16 plus 9.
Yeah,
So it's
you're
25 on that. And looking on that, that'll be an additional.
So you guys watch as Smegwick's hand starts to kind of
Plus 5.
glow with lightning, and then the lightning slowly starts to change
Turns green.
to this green acid, and he goes smacks the creature. What's the damage?
6.
Is that rolling enough
yeah.
dice?
It's 3. I
I was
rolled
about to say,
2 ones.
there's I was
I
about to say,
rolled 2
there's
ones.
supposed to be 3 dice there. Okay, 6 points of damage.
So there'll be 11 with the additional my affinity from my draconic sorcerer side.
Oh, okay.
Changing it to acid, so that'll
Okay,
be
cool.
11 points total.
11. All right,
on
cool.
That.
And it
And-
takes 11. It looks like it takes all the damage.
And I shock and grasp it, so now I'm going to run.
And
I believe
the
shock and grasp
beholder-
it can't do reactions, right?
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
do reactions.
Does that last until how long does that last?
Next turn?
It can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Okay, so it just loses its reaction for the round. Cool. Okay.
Awesome.
4, 5, 10. I'm going to move over here
Okay.
and preoccupied with all my shenanigans. And yep, 2 more, and I'm going to quicken spell again for Eldritch Blast again. Oh, wait, sorry, I almost forgot because I did the damage.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
just
Hex.
roll my hex.
Oh yeah.
1.
God.
Well, I mean, that's 1 point closer to bad stuff.
Every point counts. Or good
Uh,
stuff in our case.
22. Whoop. Box of Doom, I love you, but dice, but that's only too easy. That's cocked. God, this thing's also textured. Ryan, 16. The 16 hit?
16 just barely misses.
Okay.
The armor class got higher when it went Beholder.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? A Beholder is just slightly more agile than a pile of goop.
Okay, and
Wonder how I got all that acid on it anyway.
dirty 20.
30 20.
And-
Cool. So 2 of the 3 hit. Go and roll damage.
Hit. Was 14, 20, plus. Let's do that there. Ooh! 20, 32.
Okay.
32 points total.
Describe your victory. Claim your kill.
Ah, I really bet you really thought, fucking die, and I'm just gonna fucking shoot it, and I'm just gonna shoot it right in his fucking eyeball, and I'm just gonna blast it 2-shot, right through there, going into its cranium.
Okay.
Double tap.
So,
Catchphrase,
Smegwick,
asshole.
after Smegwick smacks it and kind of gets around, you can see it's heaving. It's floating so barely off the ground that it's almost resting on the ground. And you kind of do like the finger gun thing. You just go, and the first one hits it, and you watch as the eye starts turning blood red. You've burst some blood vessels in it. You could see it's now kind of lolling on the floor. The tongue is hanging out, but it's still breathing. You slowly walk up to the creature, point your finger at it again, and just goes, just die. And this hole appears in the middle of this the thing.
Just in a Russian accent. I am Smegwick, and I will have my revenge.
And the creature falls to the ground, and again, this black sludge seems to be making up the entirety of its insides. And
He's holding a 2 finger. Third one comes out, motherfucker. I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you.
And you watch as the black slime just kind of, or black ooze just kind of consumes all this creature, and then it melts into the ground, leaving this spot that is this kind of ashy gray color.
Reggie, I'm gonna need
On it, and I just appear like right next.
Allie needs a healing too.
Allie just collapses.
Okay,
Like,
one at
I
a time.
mean,
One
sorry.
at a time. One at a time.
I'm gonna nap here.
I'm already next to Smegwick, so
I'm gonna nap here. I know to nap here now. I'm gonna nap here now.
Okay, I'm already
fuck.
next to Smegwick, so I'm gonna heal him
fuck.
first. I'm gonna do Cure Wounds at 4th level. Smegwick, you get back 41 points of health.
Nice.
Dang.
And then I'm gonna quickly rush over to Owie. And I'm gonna use another Cure Wounds at 4th level on you.
Okay.
And you get back 36 points of health.
Thank you.
Did you cast adrenaline? Holy crap!
Arai, who is not really damaged in this fight.
He runs over to
looks
Arai,
great.
takes a look at you.
Arai
You're
just
fine.
puts up his hand.
You're fine.
Actually, Arai puts up his hand and like puts it on Reggie's head and does some bolstering magic so you get some stuff back.
Ah!
Get a spell slot back.
So as you guys are kind of recovering from this, you look over and you can see this relatively young-looking copper dragon. Their scales are still mostly copper-colored, with just the tiniest bits of that oxidation on the tips, except for you can see this large patch on the shoulder of the creature that is just completely barren of scales and is like blistered and burnt from it.
Gee, I think there's someone else who may need some healing
Oh.
too.
Oh shit. Smegwick runs up like this, but he stops short, going, "Oh fuck, right." Says in Draconic, "Hey, you cool with us helping you?"
And the creature kind of lifts its head and goes, I was not expecting your kind to be so accommodating.
Well, unfortunately, don't get
I'll
used to it. We're
try
not
not to take. I'll
we're
try
not
not to take that
local.
personally.
We're not locals.
Obviously. Why have you done this?
Araya walks up.
I have no hoard for you to reward you with or for
we
you
don't want
to
it.
take.
We do not want it right now. Or at all, really.
Yeah.
Well then,
You're a
I guess
dragon.
I must ask the names of my protectors.
How you spell scale?
Just call me Reggie.
None the moon for your full name today?
We got more important things to worry about right now.
Ah, that's true.
Oh, which actually reminds
Full
me,
names.
and I am gonna use Cure Wounds on the dragon.
Okay.
The dragon gets back. Come on. 2 dice are knocking into each other. They're kind of glitching out there. They're 40 points of health.
Okay. So as you lay your hand on the dragon, it flinches for just a second.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
Is the healing
Gonna make it be a little bit better.
As the healing magic kind of enters the creature, you watch as the kind of blisters and burns start to heal themselves, but the scales themselves don't seem to be regrowing at this particular point.
Yeah, those ones are gonna take a little bit more time, but hopefully it's a little less painful right now.
And you watch as the dragon starts to breathe a little bit easier.
I know from experience that does take a lot of time to regrow.
Oh yeah.
Forgive me for my apprehension. I have not had the best experiences with the mortal races. Even you, Eladrin, the people have been acting strange recently. My sire told me tales of weeks-long conversations with Eladrin wizards, discussing everything from politics to the intricacies of magic, favorite recipes. Now, to spend more than a few moments discussing anything with an Eladrin is rare. They seem so much more focused on honing their weapon skills than of conversing. Though I am a visitor to this realm, so perhaps it is my fault. I guess I should thank all of you for coming upon me when you did. What brought you to this part of the Feywild? I chose it particularly because it seemed to be unpopulated.
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Long story short, time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, trust me, that was our face too when we realized what happened.
I need to ask you a question in regards to, have you ever taken a mortal form in appearance?
A few times. The magic required to take a humanoid form is, for most of my kind, rather menial, but I'm still very young, only a few hundred years old. So I've only been able to fully perfect that a few times. Why do you ask?
I'm going if I may approach.
You may.
He's gonna get up real close. Have you ever appeared like this? And just does a minor illusion.
And what are you showing?
Um,
I'm assuming the humanoid form.
yeah.
Not to my knowledge. It's a lovely form. Seems like something that would be enjoyable to experience.
I'm sorry to make this real. I'm sorry. Just to clarify, you gave me a yes answer to a whisper question.
Mm-hmm.
That last session.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to make sure I'm not saying the wrong thing. Yeah, you definitely know.
Okay.
They are significantly younger than
Which-
you have ever seen them. Like, by the time you knew this creature, it was an ancient dragon. This is a young dragon.
But yeah, we're not that far back in the past, so now Smegrick's really confused. Is this like... Okay, technically I don't think I'm breaking any rules here. Hey, you're gonna need to get close for this one. I apologize.
So they kind of lean in.
Is your name... He's
And the
making
dragon
a point
kind of rears back. How do you know this name?
holds up his spell focus.
She kind of looks at it. It's lovely. Are you telling me that you heard it in a shell?
I need to be very vague. And looks back and likes to forward.
I say her eyes eating popcorn. Do you need us to walk away?
Just flips it there. He's like just making this
Watch
fucking
out, when
harder
he
for
flips
his face.
people off, like magic happens. So,
Technically, I'm not breaking the pact I made with my patron.
patron, you're saying a lot of things that don't particularly make sense. Here, and you watch as she kind of stretches a little bit and she kind of wraps her wings around you. Are you trying to imply we have some sort of connection? And you guys have basically been cut off from seeing or really hearing. The wings are remarkably soundproof.
So, could you just do this real?
Aw.
Could you just open the wings up a little bit top side, please?
Sure. Okay, so
Just
Spitwit,
just dives down from the top.
and she kind of looks at Spitwick.
Flying around. Hi. Just being a little hyperactive chihuahua right now. Just
And
being
you
very
see her
excited.
kind of frown a bit, and she gets really, really close to you. Pseudo dragons have always annoyed me. They're so loud.
Well, he's always loved you. Ever since you taught me how to summon him.
I don't know how to summon him myself. I've just barely started learning. Magic.
That's the weird thing. You become my patron, and this is the only time I've ever been able to say this without violating terms of a pact.
Well,
When I meet you, you are ancient in power and status and stature. You set up shop in the Feywild.
that doesn't make sense. I don't even like it here.
You love it when I've met you.
I came here on a whim. Eisencord has started enslaving my people, so I fled, and when I got to the Kale Isles, I was able to use the portal to enter the Feywild. Many of my kind has started fleeing the prime material plane due to the machinations of Isengard.
Yeah, you said you set up shop here and you set up shop because you wanted to stay away from the affairs of others, and not many people have been really great with dragons across the board.
Still doesn't make much sense that I would choose.
You took pity on me when I found my way through the Feywild. You were impressed that I was able to make it so far, and you were also impressed that I was a quick study. You could have turned me into a grease smear. I can't believe I'm telling the story to you. You could have turned me into a grease smear. You found me so interesting. You you went into a pact with me. The bargain was you could just view along with my escapades as I live in the elemental plane of air.
Okay, I guess. Well, I think your friends have probably waited long enough. We should probably return to them.
Okay, quick thing. They're not idiots, but I haven't violated the terms of our pact.
I could not hold you to a pact that I haven't formed yet.
Well, fair. I'm just saying, like, if I don't say your name and I don't reveal your status and other things about you, I am still, in case you wonder why I'm not saying certain things.
I understand. And really quick, just to make sure that you know it, because obviously, as the dungeon master, I know. What's her name again?
Well,
she's going to tell everyone, so you don't have to. So, what's the name? Can you type
she's going to introduce herself?
Yeah, she's going to introduce herself.
Okay.
But I just need to know the name because I can't remember.
Tesma Neural.
Tesma Neural, thank you.
Tesma Neural.
So, she kind of opens her wings and she stands up as high as she can and she goes, well, since you all have been kind enough to introduce yourselves to me, I guess I should introduce myself to you. My name is Tesamuro, or something akin to that, because...
Tesma Neural.
Tesma Neural.
N is in Nancy.
Tesma
Neurals and neural pathways.
Tesma Neural. And I believe this is a bad place to remain. I have a home not far from here. The only reason I dealt with that creature was it was encroaching too close to my current hovel, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, that thing was a turducken or wrong.
I wish I knew what was causing the beholders to multiply.
We might know about that.
You ever heard of Corey Alstrax?
You watch your face.
Oh, fuck. That's
drop.
The first time it's worked in a while. That's what kind of led us to being sent back here.
Oh, this is very bad.
Minor illusion.
This is very, very bad.
Yeah.
We need to leave. And suddenly something kind of catches her eye.
We had two friends that we got pulled out of his druid circle. Are they going to be okay? Do we need to get them?
Are they over there? And she points, and up on the cliff where you guys had jumped down from is the ruins that you traveled here with.
Kind of, sort of, although we were in a druid circle. There was like the two people that were there.
Are the ruins following us?
We should be. We should be farther. Feywild bullshit. God damn it.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh fuck. Intent. Focus on intent. Ben. And I'm just gonna start. What was the other one? Tobias.
And Ismail?
Well, Ismail's with him too. All about for cover bases.
Well, here, and the dragon kind of stretches his wings. I could at least carry you up to the top of the cliff where you can search for your friends. So she kind of lifts you guys all up there, and yeah, it seems the full vanishing ruin is here, and it looks almost identical to when you guys first arrived.
What in the happy horseshit?
If you
I was
guys
just
spend like
admiring the scenery.
about like 10-15 minutes looking, you can eventually find Esmiel. She is exactly where you all appeared originally, around the fountain. She seems to be unconscious currently, but it doesn't seem like her wound is opened or anything like that.
Ben, Tobias, yo!
But as far as you can tell, there's no Ben, there's no Tobias. Or a Bendigo.
Oh crap! They were with they were. We kind of need them. They were taking care of Esmiel.
I would love to help, but my knowledge of healing magic is non-existent. I've just recently, in the past 20 years, started studying illusions. Evocation and necromancy are long, long away.
We understand.
Oh shit! Reggie, can you please send a message?
Oh, I can certainly try. What do you want me to tell?
Probably of the two, Tobias knows Feywild stuff, so probably send Tobias the message. Just like, hey, where we got company, and where are you? Can you send up a signal or something?
All right. I send a message saying we're okay right now. Actually have a +1. What is your current location?
Boo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We're sorry. The number you have dialed is not in service.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
Hold on. Do I have to get higher or something?
You see a weird dude in a red shirt going, "Can you hear me now?" Good. But no, as you attempt to use the sending spell, whoever you're attempting to send it to, it's not able to locate.
That's
Wait,
We were in
weird.
the druid circle we were in.
Yeah.
Could that be the reason why?
yeah, was it shielding from the spell?
To be perfectly honest, you guys don't know. I don't think any of you guys have experience with nature magic, so
Nature magic, no, but we do know some chicanery that's caused with blocking message.
normally to
Send
block message you need to ward an area against divination, which tends to be an arcane. Like every other way you know to ward a place against divination requires arcane magic.
Sending is evocation, I think.
So, yeah, I'd love to give you guys something to roll, but it's not something you would have knowledge of in any way, shape, or form. So it might be doing that, it might not. If you want to try and send to someone that's not in the circle, you could try that.
Of Arai's parents.
He doesn't want
There's
to
Cedriel.
invoke.
We could give him a heads up.
Yeah,
That's not
though-
violating anything.
Yeah, he
That
doesn't
is-
want to invoke a time paradox, so.
That's not. How's that commanding a time paradox? We met Cedriel.
Oh.
I
I
fought
meant
him.
right.
I kicked his butt.
Oh, okay.
So,
He
Reggie, do you
whooped
want to
him, too.
try sending to Cedriel, or what do you want to do?
Don't panic, but Tobias and a friend we found vanished. Are they with you?
You know, that's a good point. And so far, they're the only people we know of that has like a location around here. Those guards like ran off. Okay, so yeah, gonna send a message to. Well, how do you say that guy's name again?
Cedriel.
Cedriel. Thank you. Bit of a problem. Just rescued someone, and Tobias isn't picking up. Where are you right now, and are they with you?
Boo-doo-doo. Da-da-da-da-da. We're sorry.
Oh no.
The number you have dialed is not in service.
Screw
Again, the spell doesn't
Feywild.
seem to work.
Wait, hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. Smegwick, turn around. Turn your back to me.
All right.
And I send Smegwick a message.
Wait,
And I
wait,
just
wait,
What?
wait. If this isn't working, could it be something with the runes? Because we're in the runes right now.
Well, I just want to make sure if there's something actually wrong with them or if it's either the runes or Feywild magic. I'm right now just trying to eliminate one of the options.
Okay.
Okay, so I just send a basic "Can you hear me now?" message to Smegwick.
The sending spell works the way it's supposed to.
Okay, so no, something happened to them.
Something what?
Okay, I just sent Smegwick a message, and I know he got it.
Something happened to who? My dad?
Oh god.
He wasn't picking up either. And neither was Tobias still.
Perhaps I can help. I'm still relatively new to the Feywild, but
If you
who
can help us, it would be
specifically are
appreciated.
you looking for? If
Okay.
it's another Eladrin, I mean,
Minor
the
illusion quick.
likelihood of an Eladrin being overtaken by the chicanery, as you call it, of the Feywild is relatively low.
Well, technically, there's 2 adult Eladrin, 1 baby Eladrin that's in the vicinity. Possibly 3 Eladrin assholes that ran off trying to harass this guy, Fire Genasi, and then there's the druid Tobias, who's
As
is a
you
Tabaxi.
show the Fire Genasi, it's interesting. I haven't seen any Fire Genasi in the
Feywild shit, he just ended up here, too.
Well, the new
Lots of
trade
people have been-
agreement with the Scorched Dominion might have inspired more Fire Genasi to emigrate here. I've been trying to keep up with the various political motivations of the elemental kingdoms, but
He didn't try to come here. He ended up here by accident. He was in his home plane, and he ended up in here.
New? How? What?
yes, the Verdant Empire recently opened up a negotiation with the Scorched Dominion. Specifically, they were having issues getting enough ore smelted to continue the building that they were attempting to do, and so they entered negotiations with the Scorched Dominion to have them actually smelt and process various ores that they've been getting from the terrestrial domain. It was big news because for the past, I want to say, probably 30 or 40 years, they've been kind of at this standoff where neither side was really talking to each other very much. There was a disagreement between the Eternal Empress. I mean, she is very new to her role. She was only crowned a few decades ago and is still getting used to running the Verdant Empire.
So no, not at this current moment in time.
I will say, Arai, the Eternal Empress is the name of the ruler of the Verdant Empire who has been
Right.
in the position for over 1,000 years.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
How weird does it get with time in the Feywild? I mean, I know it got wonky sometimes, but... Hey, and Smeg was just like, in the Tempest Sovereignty, this is our date and time we just came from, and he will...
Yeah. So doing, without having to get into the intricacies, the difference between the calendar used in the Tempest
Yeah.
sovereignty and what they use in the Verdant Empire. You think that you've gone about 900, somewhere between 900 and 1200 years earlier in time.
Oh my
That-
god.
But
Oh,
Arise,
boy.
Arise not that old.
Is he?
I know
Back,
you're not
I
that
think
old.
you went. The dragon has gone forward in time, about 1,200 years.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Ah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
so like
we
but-
haven't gone back 1,200 years. The dragon's come
No,
forward
yeah, that's-
1,200 years.
You have gone back 1200 years.
So I shouldn't exist here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The dragon set up shop here recently. Unless there's some weird. Okay, I think time and space is getting really funky here, even more than usual, because Ben, who ended up here, went straight from his world to here by accident. Time travel, we came here by accident from the Tempest Sovereignty. You are very, like, points to the Tesman mural. You are so incredibly young. When we meet, you're ancient. I just
I'll
figured.
try to take that as a compliment.
Ancient dragons are very powerful. That's what you was like. You're incredibly powerful.
You see, she just kind of giggles. So as far as you can tell, again, to move things along, as far as you can tell, you are somewhere in the neighborhood of about 900 to 1200 years in the past, because there is some discrepancies between timekeeping between the various realms, and the further away from a particular point in time, the more difficult it is to measure the passage of time in relation. So you've got about a 300-year window that you could be in until you get somewhere. Like if you get into Alandwil, which is the Ferdinand capital, they would have an actual, effectively atomic clock.
But I'm sure that
can tell you
Arai
the exact
knows.
date.
I'm sure Arai knows when the Empress.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's something that she would have learned in Eladrin school, whether or not he enjoyed school. Sorry, it's something that he would have learned in Eladrin school. Whether or not he enjoyed history is up to him. But
His mom was a very good tutor. Made sure that he knew everything, so he could instantly forget.
so
So let's say there was like those people, and I begin to show the minor illusions to them. Does that help at all with narrowing down, finding them? We really don't need certain people disappearing with ruins. And the Feywild, as you well know, is also not great, and things are also, as we've all established,
I mean,
really weird right now, more than usual.
I don't have the skills necessary to find your friends. We could look for a nearby Eladrin city. They are very well versed in magic. We could probably find someone if you
I don't
have
think they're
something
gonna
with
be very
which to
keen with
trade.
us. I don't think they're
Why
going to
not?
be. Well, first of all, 3 Eladrin Pathfinders came upon that Earth Genasi, this guy, and they tried to arrest his ass on sight.
Why?
Because we are at war.
What? No,
At a time period, at a certain time period, the Tempest Sovereignty is at war with pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
So is the
Well,
Verdant Empire. We're
right
not doing
now
very well.
there are no
Crisscross.
wars.
Yeah. Well, those guys are. Oh, what the hell? Maybe those guys are also time chicaners too. Oh man.
As you are all kind of pondering what's going on, unfortunately, that is where we're going to end it for today. As always, if you missed any of this, I do upload all these to my YouTube channels, youtube.com/TrainerJody. Otherwise, again, it's going to be all from me today. I will see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.